Now, I don't know if any of you saw the film Kawanaswatsi.
Yes, I did. Yeah, very nice. Yeah,
Beautiful movie.
Very good.
It means life out of balance.
That's right.
In the Hopi language.
Right, right.
In our modern society, we've been living life out of balance. We are now in the process of regaining our balance, of creating a balanced life where we not only take care of our physical, intellectual, and emotional needs, but also our need for spiritual awakening and fulfillment.
You got bad bandwidth. He's got low band. What do you do?
Through our upbringing, through our so-called education, through the media and corporate advertising, our society has conditioned us into believing that they are the end in itself. But we now know that that's not true. Pleasures of the body and mind can never fulfill our deepest longing for infinite happiness, perfect peace and contentment, and bliss. As human beings on this planet, we have not yet reached the culmination of humanity. We have evolved through many lifetimes to the human stage, and we are now continuing that journey from humanity to divinity. On other planets throughout the universe, there are human civilizations less advanced than ours, and there are human civilizations more advanced than ours. I use the term advanced here not in terms of science and technology or the arts, but in terms of spirituality.
Come sit here.
True spirituality. That is, we are on this planet to realize our
Just look at him.
Our innermost sense of self.
Say yes, yes.
By its very nature, this involves an expansion of awareness from our small self to the greater self, from our limited sense of awareness, our limited consciousness, to the unlimited awareness, the infinite consciousness. In order to fulfill our deepest longing and realize the infinite within ourselves, we need to cultivate a deeper awareness. We need to look within ourselves. We need to search for the essence of ourselves, to connect with our inner self. Because the essence of ourselves is the infinite happiness, the bliss that we all long for. As human beings, we are now in the midst of a shift in consciousness where we are doing just that. Gradually, we're coming to the realization of our own selves as the infinite self of the universe. It's happening individually, and it's also happening collectively. It's happening on our planet, and it's also happening on other planets. We are all, humanity on our planet and humanity on countless other planets throughout the universe, in the process of attaining that ultimate realization of our deepest reality. Now, this is the process of evolution of humanity to divinity throughout the universe. Universal consciousness is in a continual and constant state of reimagining itself, of reaffirming itself, of realizing itself through each and every one of us, through each and every being, through each and every being of its being. This is the cosmic play of Nirvana. The more we realize our inherent divinity and the inherent divinity of all beings, the more we will satisfy our internal inherent longing, infinite happiness or bliss, the essence of infinite consciousness, the inherent divine within our own consciousness and the consciousness of all others. Consciousness is the core of our being, the essence of our existence. The essential reality within which all things exist is a continuum of expression. The common thread within which the entire fabric of existence is interwoven. Our own consciousness is part of the greater consciousness, which is the core of all being, the essence of all existence. At the deepest level, we are all unified in consciousness.
Yeah.
Just as the many waves on the surface of the sea are one with the sea, so too are we all expressions of the unified whole. We are all one. There are no others. Father Thomas Keating said, the beginning of the spiritual journey is the realization or the conviction that there is a higher power, an other. The second step is to try to become the other. And finally, there is the realization that there is no other. You and the other are one. Always have been, always will be. Just think that you will. Isn't that beautiful? What we are ultimately looking for is not outside us, it is within. In fact, it's more than that. It is us. We don't actually have to become anything other than what we already are. We just have to realize the essence of our own existence, our deepest selves. We only have to realize ourselves as part of the greater self. In fact, not only as part of, but one with the greater self. We are the infinite consciousness. Our own consciousness is the infinite consciousness of the entire universe. When one realizes one's own consciousness as one with the infinite consciousness, one's small self as one with the greater self. The greater self is one's own self. That's called self-realization. The essence of that realization is the experience of exquisite happiness, infinite happiness, bliss, a sublime experience far above and beyond any worldly pleasure, happiness, or joy. So we are all on a journey towards self-realization, towards realizing the divinity within us. That is our destiny. We are all destined to that same realization, the realization of our deepest self, our ultimate state of being. But as human beings, we also have many secondary desires. We want to express ourselves physically, intellectually, and emotionally. We have so many goals. We want health, wealth, recognition, friends, family, love. That's fine, as long as we don't state or substitute these secondary desires and goals for our primary
music.
To live a balanced life, we must not only give importance our lives, but also to our primary goal, our internal self, to connect with the infinite source of peace and happiness within us. This process is sometimes known as devotion, love for the infinite. It's the introversion of mind towards the one all-encompassing object of desire and fulfillment, rather than the extroversion of mind towards many limited and disparate objects of desire, and its limited and disparate objects of fulfillment. The cultivation of devotion or love for the cosmic consciousness within us gives meaning to our lives, a higher purpose to our existence. We live and breathe the cosmic dream in each and every moment. George Bernard Shaw said, "This is the true joy in life, being used for a purpose recognized by yourself as a mighty one." The realization of our limited selves as the cosmic self is the primary purpose of our lives. The fulfillment of that primary purpose is the fulfillment of our deepest desire for infinite peace and happiness. That realization will be the consummation of our deepest desire and deepest longing, because our deepest desire is the essence of our deepest self. And that realization is inevitable for each and every one of us. We are all on the journey to realizing that ultimate state of eternal bliss. There is no possibility of ending up in the wrong place forever. We can forget all that. Only the right. There is every reason to be hopeful. There is no scope for hopelessness in true spirituality, because our destiny is automatically tied up with the inevitable fulfillment of our deepest longing. It's the ultimate inbuilt mechanism. True spirituality is not the imposition of any belief from outside yourself. It's not about believing what someone tells you to believe or experiencing what someone tells you to believe. It's about experiencing that, believing what you find within yourself. It's about you. It's about finding the essence of yourself within yourself and realizing that essence is the essence of all things in the entire universe. True spirituality is about looking within and realizing ourselves. It's about transcending the mind into the consciousness within which it exists, the cosmic consciousness. My guru used to say, the cosmic consciousness abides in the very sense of existence, in one's very heart's desire. And the more we realize that, the more we feel it, the more we connect with our inner selves and truly identify with that infinite awareness, that infinite state of being, the more we feel that our own being encompasses all beings, that we exist within, as part of, indeed as one with, an all-encompassing universal oneness pervading everybody and everything. The whole universe exists within it, everything an expression of that one universal consciousness. The more we realize ourselves as the ever-blissful cosmic being, the more we feel the essence of ourselves as the self of all things, the essence of each and every one and each and everything. And the more we feel that, the more we embrace others within our own sense of being, within our own sense of well-being. The more compassionate we become, the more empathetic, the more caring and loving and willing to help others and share with others and make this world a better place. Our own emancipation lies in the emancipation of all. People get anxious, fearful and depressed when they feel disconnected, cut off from the joys and sorrows of the rest of the world, imprisoned in their own concerns. But the more we expand our sense of self and connection with others, the more our own sense of self encompasses everybody, the more we feel at one with the world, the more happy, inspired and connected we feel with the flow of the world, with the essence of all things. And naturally, the more we feel all things as part of ourselves, the more we are able to see others as ourselves and inspired to help others as part of ourselves, the greater self. So as human beings, our self-realization and service to all. I said in the beginning that Ananda Marga has two sides to it. These are the two sides, self-realization and service to all. When one lives a truly balanced life, one's internal search inspires one to help others, and helping others inspires one's internal search. It's a perfect feedback loop. The more you feel it internally, the more you feel like sharing it, and the more you share it, the more you feel it internally. The two aspects, self-realization and service to all, are complementary. So we need personal as well as social transformation. The two are interconnected. The well-being of each and every one of us is linked to the well-being of our society and vice versa. One realizes this as one's own sense of self expands to encompass a greater sense of self, a greater sense of oneness with all things. The more one's own being becomes identified with a greater sense of being, the more one is concerned with the collective well-being as a natural consequence. We embrace all within ourselves. This is a subjective approach with objective adjustment. My guru used to use this phrase, subjective approach with objective adjustment. We must take care of our individual needs as well as the needs of our family, friends, community and society. But at the same time, we must also take care of our enemy, our ultimate desire. And it is this balance that will bring about personal as well as social harmony. This process is true spirituality, or yoga. Yoga means union. The word yoke, the English word yoke, came from it. The union of the individual self with the greater self. The Bhagavad Gita says yoga is the journey of the self, through the self, to the self. And of course, we all know by now that it's not just the yoga postures, but it's a whole lifestyle, which includes health and hygiene, looking after ourselves physically, ethical living, doing the right thing for others in the planet, and of course, as well as ourselves. Vegetarian diet, or we say sentient vegetarian diet, which is not only good for the planet, animals, and the body, but also the mind. So it includes how we treat all creatures. By the way, the three leading causes of death in our modern day society are overwhelmingly due to one thing, an animal-based diet. Service, in the same vein as ethical living, means helping others by giving of oneself without expecting anything in return. Yoga postures and exercises prepare the mind for meditation by balancing the mind and therefore the emotion. Chanting also prepares the mind by withdrawing it from the things of the world and getting us into a meditative frame of mind, ready to enter the meditative flow. And finally, meditation. Meditation is the core practice of yoga. Med means literal or center. So meditation means gravitation towards one's center. Meditation is the process of looking within, of centering yourself on your inner self, of connecting to your true self, the essence of your existence, the core of your being. To connect with your innermost self, your innermost sense of self, your deepest sense of self, and be open to the possibility that it's part of a greater self that encompasses everyone and everything. Be open to the possibility of realizing yourself as that greater self, the supreme consciousness. Shall we try that now? How are we going for time?
Everything you said was excellent. I think you were right on. And, it starts with I think we have enough time. And
Okay. I just want to try introduce a meditation for you all to practice right now.
I just wanted to share a point that I
Sure.
agree that I really like what you said, and it does start with the self and being when you in the higher dimensions there's no selfishness. And when you're aware, it means you're aware of your actions and how and you have to take responsibility for your actions and being aware, and being aware is how you're affecting everything. And I really like how you you explained everything and took it step by step. Let me see the. Yes, go on.
Okay. Shall we do a, shall I introduce excuse me, a meditation now and I can take questions afterwards?
Well, if you like, it's 15 minutes time left, so.
Okay. Have you got the track ready to play?
I do have the track ready.
Okay, let's do a quick meditation. Now, we're going to use a mantra to focus the mind on the feeling of infinite self, the infinite consciousness. The mantra is Baba Nam Kevala. Baba means your most precious sense of self.
I thought Baba means father.
No, well, it also means Baba, but the essential meaning, because the English word, the word Baba kind of evolved from the essential meaning of Baba, which is your most precious sense of self, your most beloved. That's why, for example, the English word baby came from Baba, most beloved. Okay, so Baba means your most, the core of your existence, your most precious sense of existence, the infinite consciousness within you. Nam means to identify with, to feel and connect with, and Kevalam means only. So the meaning of the mantra Baba Nam Kevalam is only to feel, only to connect with your innermost self, the infinite consciousness, the essence of your own consciousness. Okay, so if you start the track, I'll take you all through a guided meditation to give you an idea of what I'm talking about.
Can you hear it?
Yeah, but not too loud.
I'm here. I'm trying to position the speakers so that you can hear it better.
Yeah, I don't need to hear it. I just want the audience to hear it.
Oh, the audience, can you hear that music? Yes, they can hear it.
Can you turn it down a little bit? It's a bit.
Okay, sure.
I think it's a bit loud. We just need it in the background.
Okay, it's in the background here.
Just very softly in the background. Okay, could you run it from the beginning?
Yes.
Because I need enough time before the singing starts to get through the guided meditation. Okay, let me know when it's running.
Okay. Play again.
Is it playing?
Yes.
Okay. Now sitting with your back straight, hands in your lap, eyes closed, breathing calm and relaxed through your nose. First of all, focus on your sense of self. Feel the center of this. Now feel that you are completely at peace. Feel peace and happiness all around you. Feel infinite happiness all around you. And as you repeat Baba Nam Kevalam within your mind, feel yourself merging into that infinite happiness. Feel that your own sense of self is merging into the infinite self around you. Feel that your own consciousness is merging into infinite consciousness all around you. and that you are becoming one with it. Continue like that for 5 more minutes, really trying to feel the infinite around you and within you. Really try to feel yourself as one with you.
Who gifted you, Daphne?
Share. 24.
The music just finished.
Okay, good.
We loved it. We loved it.
Right. Now, open your eyes and bring yourselves back to the room. You may have gotten some sense of connection to higher consciousness during that meditation. And I believe it's that connection, that feeling of connectedness, of oneness, of belonging, that will ultimately engender the greatest peace, contentment, and bliss within us all and amongst us all. We are all on a great journey together. We have a bright and blissful future ahead of us in fulfilling our shared destiny. I'd just like to end with a quote from my guru, Sri Sri Anandamurti. Actually, two quotes, but I put them both together. This path to attain happiness, I call absolute devotion. Carry on performing your worldly duties with sincerity, and at the same time think about the pure self within you. The constant thought of your pure inner self will certainly one day establish you in your original source. And this is the ultimate aim of spiritual practice. The attainment of one's inner self is only possible through love for the infinite. Fill your heart with love of the infinite, and your soul will be transformed into the supreme soul. No worldly happiness is limitless. Dedicate yourself completely to the blissful ocean of the Supreme Soul. Then alone will you realize what happiness really is. Shri Shri Ananda. Bliss to you all.
Thank you so much. God bless you. We enjoyed your program.
Thank you.
Audience.
Thank you.
I hope you have a beautiful I know this conference is going to be very auspicious. It's an auspicious moment in the progress of humanity, and you're doing a great thing to forward
Thank you.
our individual and collective progress and evolution. So I wish you all the best.
And it's really wonderful for you to share with us that template to get there. And that's why I like to say, I call yoga reunion, going back to the source.
Absolutely. That's exactly what it is. And I like the word you use, template.
Yes.
That's a good way of putting it, yeah.
It is. And I liked your analogy of the bird stuck in the grocery store, because we don't realize it, that we're souls trapped in this body when we're divine beings of light having a human experience.
Absolutely. There is that saying, isn't there, that we're not human beings having a spiritual experience, we're spiritual beings having a human experience.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. I follow you, and I have a large Sanskrit vocabulary, and I've read Autobiography of a Yogi, and I feel very connected to these teachings, and I really like I like what how you left the medical industrial complex to find the higher healing.
Right. Right. Yeah. I like how I did that too.
Yeah.
I know I wouldn't have been happy if I'd stayed in there, so it's good.
But experience is the best teacher, and you know both aspects, so it's great. I'm very happy to know you, and I look forward to calling you in the future, just now that we're friends on Skype.
Absolutely, yes, I look forward to it.
Yes,
I'm very
good.
happy to talk to you today.
Yes.
Let's keep in touch.
Yes, I promise.
And if anybody wants to know more, they can go to anandamarga.org.
Can you please type that in to my just so I have it in the message, so everybody can see it right now?
Yep. anandamarga.org. You can even sign up for a free online meditation course there, an introductory course.
That's his master, Ananda.
And also you can Facebook me or YouTube me That's my Facebook and YouTube.
Okay, good. I'll send you a friend request. Wonderful.
Ananda Marga was a guru, amazing big guru that is his guru. So
Sri Anandamurti is our guru. He's the guru of Ananda Marga, and he taught, everything that I practice and talk about, comes from him. So I owe everything to my guru, Sri Anandamurti.
Well, that sounds like a great lineage, and thank you very much for sharing with us.
Thank you.
thank you so much. Thank you. Blessings. Thank you.
Blessings to all of you.
Thank you.
Listen, blessings to you all.
You too. Thank
Have
you.
a good evening. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Wow, he's good, huh?
Yeah, well,
He's got light.
I think I appreciate it a little more than
Yeah, I spent
you
some
did.
time talking to him. He's good.
That's wonderful.
Ladies and gentlemen, 5. What time is it?
It's 4:46 exact.
5. We have
And seven.
Gunamuktananda is talking. Let's take a break. And 6, we have Alfred. That's her.
I love Alfred too. I love everyone.
And what's after Alfred? Our panel?